Up next, Senator Sane commenting on Gotham's second approach on Lupo's chessgate.
That's right, Rick. Let's see what the senator has to say to the Lupo community.
We've got a pretty big update on the DrLupo chess drama.
Let's see what we get.
Now, DrLupo was found to be playing unfairly, to be cheating in
Play unfairly.
explanation of what happened, which was insufficient. People did not like that explanation, and it wasn't a true explanation. And then he posted the real thing.
What do you think of people that know they're cheating? They try to hide that they're cheating and they're lying to you. I mean, I don't have to say more, right? It's all done.
I made comments like, this is the biggest chess channel, so I have to cover this. That was kind of me just stammering.
You're trying to be humble. Continue.
Because I really don't like making videos where I feel like I'm crusading against an individual.
That's where I'm here. If I see people doing the wrong thing, I will crusade them.
And my perception of DrLupo.
Oh, perception. My favorite word. This is going to be the word of 2025 or 2026.
He raises money for St. Jude's, husband, you know.
What about husband? Is being a husband free out of jail card? Or what do you mean, husband? Yeah, he has a kid. So, wouldn't he be more responsible not doing this? Shouldn't he be thinking more, even further, more steps? When he's a father, a husband? What Lupo tried to do is being a kid and trying things out without having to deal with consequences. And especially if there's money. But you did it. You're burdening all your problems onto the viewers, onto the chess club, and you're playing this victim card. Oh, I've had this for years. Yeah. What would have happened if you wouldn't have been caught? Would you still go to therapy? Huh? Good question. You want to answer this one? Or tell us, Lupo, tell us.
Okay. This is what he should have said from the very beginning. He should have just...
No. Oh, not true. He should have admitted, I cheated. We're going to end this here.
All right. He was found out. He called his opponent to try to laugh off the fact that people were accusing him.
Yeah, that's the second worst part. Cheating and then laugh it off. Trying to hide your mistake. At this moment, knew exactly what would happen. You would have to do.
Of cheating. Then he made the first post thinking, I'm just going to say I was reading messages off the chat. This is kind of my confession, my half confession. Wasn't good enough because it was...
Why is it a half confession? It was a lie.
Obvious. You can't read the chat and make 26 perfect moves in a row. The simple explanation is he felt the pressure and he cheated in both games against Wolfie.
Which pressure? There's no pressure.
It's not a good thing.
If you say so.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's true. It's not end of the world. Or the whole world. Or maybe for Dr. Lupo's world.
But it was really stupid. Really poorly thought out. Really obvious.
Again, there wasn't one brain cell thinking about this. It was just, I'm gonna cheat and win. I'm gonna be the best. Of course.
I owe the community of people that had joined and then without realizing it, because I didn't think about the consequences, attempted to...
Yeah, again.
And he compared himself to an addict seeking a dopamine hit in the...
Of course, here's the victim cards.
...form of approval and validations from others after a conversation. My first video, nervous and sort of didn't really know what angle to take with the video, and it wasn't my best performance, let's put it this way.
Do you realize how you flip-flop? You're flip-flopping. That easy.
It still has a little bit of a positive outlook, but it...
For who? For who a positive outlook? I know who. Community. Chess club. Yeah.
Will be criticized regardless. I'm already seeing things like, this is his PR cleanup campaign.
Of course it is. What do you think?
When such a high-profile gamer and streamer who has built such a community from like a decade of streaming does something like this, yeah. You know.
What do you mean by yeah? I'm sure there are people that followed DrLupo for 10 years. They made the mistake to look up to a person. There are people that followed Lupo and their world was kind of also broken. Okay? Are you taking responsibilities for this, Lupo? Are you? I don't think so.
And he did the charity stuff. And he's like, I already said, a husband and a dad, which to me, maybe not to some of you commenting, but to me shows he's a pretty normal dude.
Let me hear this again.
He's a pretty normal dude.
There we have it. DrLupo is a normal dude with a net worth of what? 2 million per year? 3? He's a normal dude. He's a husband. Multi-millionaire. Yeah, he's a child. Oh my god. Now we have to forgive him. We have to forgive him now. Immediately. For cheating. For lying. For the fact that he's burdening his mental state on the community? Yeah, sure. Let's do this. Let's forgive him. Sure, he's a normal dude, just like you, yeah?
And so when I made that first video and commented on the fact that he's cheated in this chess tournament, yeah, I mean, it was really...
You know what you are doing right now, Gotham? You do know it, right? I Googled this quickly, I don't know. You are crawling back. Gotham, you are. In a way that's, I gotta say, not a good look. Not a good look.
Now, I will disagree with one small point. You know, people are like, he cheated in a $100,000 tournament. He didn't cheat for the money, though.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Lupo is already famous. Lupo has money. And Lupo has a wife and a child. But do you want more? Eh? How greedy do you have to be? It shows no gratitude. Zero gratitude. No integrity. And that's why you cheated? You wanted to win? Or what? Nobody's going to believe you anyways.
My perception of Lupo was the one that I had. I just thought he did.
Again, favorite word. Perception. My perception is blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's great. Lupo's perception is that his mental health is so bombarded with trash that he had to validate himself on a tournament where he can gain 100,000K.
Bad situation, unfortunate situation, but I'm not a big pitchfork guy, not a big crusade guy. He'll suffer his consequences, and life will move on, and I think there are many...
No, he won't. He's dealing with his consequences, with his inner battle. That's correct.
That's all I have for you today. That's the update.
But it wasn't even an update. You just changed your mind. Okay, that's all it is.
Join the Sane Nation if you agree with Senator Sane. We wish you all a lovely day.
Bye.